Hey guys, Kevin Kreider from Physique, and in this video I want to share with you my top bulking mistakes. So a lot of you guys are wondering, hey, how do you bulk up properly without gaining a whole lot of body fat? So I made all those mistakes in the past. There's a lot of misinformation out there in what bulking is and what cutting is, especially when it comes to weight training and nutrition. So there's a thing called a dirty bulk. A dirty bulk is what I used to do all the time when I was bulking up to gain as much muscle as possible, because I was afraid that if I didn't eat enough calories, I would lose the muscle mass and then I wouldn't gain as much muscle as I could during that period of bulking, which would last between 4 to 6 months. I wouldn't count my macros. I didn't even know what macros really were and how they fueled my body. And I would just eat massive amounts of foods as much as I could. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. And then I would have a snack in between all those meals, and then I would have cottage cheese before I went to bed, or some type of slow digesting proteins. Next mistake I made was I would actually get up in the middle of the night and have a protein shake or some type of protein or fuel to break my fast in the middle of the night, because I was so worried that fasting would break down muscle protein that you read about in all these magazines. It's really not true. Your body won't break down muscle protein. Yes, it will be in a fasted state after about 3 hours of not eating anything when the insulin levels go low, because then it switches into lipolysis, which is the breakdown of fatty acids into triglycerides, so your body can use fatty acids from your own fat sources or the dietary fat that you use for fuel. Because your movements are slower, it doesn't need that much energy, so it can go to a slower source of fuel like fat. You want to be in a caloric surplus so your body doesn't eat at its protein sources. When you eat enough carbohydrates into your diet, it's protein sparing. What that means is there's enough carbohydrates fueling your body, enough glucose going into your brain to fuel your brain function, that your body doesn't have to tap into gluconeogenesis, which is glucose coming in from a different source other than protein. It comes from your body fat and your muscle tissue, amino acids, to turn it into glucose to fuel your body and your brain. The whole idea of trying to break the fast in the middle of the night, you're not going without food for an 8-hour period while you sleep. Big mistake, because that would disrupt my sleep and actually would just make me it would stress me the fuck out trying to get up after 3.5, 4 hours, have a protein shake, and then go right back to bed. So the next mistake I made was with my training. I would lift more like a power lifter. I would do like 4 to 6 reps, maybe even lower, try to get hard and heavy, lower the volume, like 3 sets, maybe even 2, and try to go really heavy for 3 or 4 reps and have like 4 or 5 minute rest periods in between. Big mistake. The reason it's a big mistake is because in the bulking phase, because you have enough calories and nutrients to recover, you can actually do more higher volume. You can do heavier weights and higher volume in your sets. Next mistake I made during my bulking phase is that I would change my workout routine way too drastically. And don't change up the workout as often as you think. You really only need to change the workout up a little bit when you start hitting a plateau and you're not getting stronger in the lifts that you're doing in the workout program the way it's laid out for you. And even then, you just need to interchange maybe an exercise. Instead of a barbell, go to the dumbbells instead. You don't need to change up the workout that much when you're doing bulking phases. The next big mistake I made when I was bulking was I did too many isolation exercises. Isolation exercises are when you're trying to isolate and focus on a muscle to try to get it shredded and bigger. Big mistake. The reason it's a big mistake is because you're not really isolating. All it's doing is more like emphasizing a certain area of the chest. Let's just say you're trying to get a bigger chest and you're trying to bulk up. So I'm doing flies. You're never really isolating. All it's doing is emphasizing a little more, but all you're doing is wasting your energy and your movement into a small muscle group. And all it's going to do is just get like a nice little pump, but it's not going to it's not going to contribute to your overall muscle growth. You just take heavy compound lift movements. You don't need to do isolation exercises, especially when you're trying to bulk up. Save your energy for the heavy lifts instead. You need to do compounded exercises. So guys, those were the biggest mistakes I made in my bulking phases when I was just starting off training and I was just an amateur bodybuilder. If you really want a good workout program to bulk up, I have the Power Body design. It has a great nutrition plan that breaks it down into 3 different phases. So you can take the Body Designer plan that's in the link below. You can take that and it'll lead you to a customized workout for you. So take that, it's free. And guys, please subscribe, like, and comment into my YouTube channel. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And I'd love to hear what your mistakes were when you were bulking up too. So I'll see you guys next week.